Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is reacting to my Premier League predictions. I did a Premier League predictions video back in early August where I obviously predicted what I thought the league would be like at the end of the season. So this is like my mid-season reaction to it. I mean, it's past the midway point, it's like 60% into the season, so I'm just going to be reacting to my predictions. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more football related content, Man U related content, transfer news, rumours, gossip. Hit the subscribe button, share, and then comment your opinions down below as I reply to all my comments. Now we're going to start off from 20th to 3rd. So who I predicted for 20th was Brighton. I was sure Brighton was going to get relegated, and they are 15th, but to be honest, I can't really see them getting relegated now. Like, they might, if they have a drop off in form, they might. But I was confident it would be rock bottom. I didn't trust Graham Potter because he'd never managed at the top level. They were awful at the end of last season. I was like, you know what, Brighton will go down. Brighton 20th. So I definitely got that wrong. 19th I went for Norwich. I said out of the promoted clubs, even though Norwich won, I thought they'd do the worst because they added the least players and stuff. And it's something about Norwich. They just never seem to stay out for more than a season. So Norwich are rock bottom in 20th. I put them for 19th. So, you know, I'm one off. I was kind of accurate with that because, you know, they might finish in 19th. 18th, this is where I was really wrong. I put Sheffield United. I was like, they might just stay up or they might just go down. That's what I said in my reaction video about Sheffield United. You know what? They're like top 6 now or something. I think, let me just check where they are. Sheffield United are 7th. 7th. That is, I mean, no one expected that. Like, most people put them 20th. I thought they'd be in a fight to stay up or go down. But, you know, I was well wrong with that. And then 17th, I put Newcastle. I didn't think Newcastle were going to go down, but I didn't think they'd be doing as well as they are. Like, Steve Bruce has surprised me. Again, they're sitting at 12, you know, same amount of points as Arsenal. Like, I think Steve Bruce, everyone was like, oh God, you know, you got Sunderland relegated, he's not Rafa. I think he's done a good job. I don't think Newcastle fans can be cross. I thought they would be maybe just stay up, but it looks like they're going to stay up and they're going to be quite comfortable at the moment. In 16th, I put Southampton. You know, when Southampton started this season, I was like, maybe they're going to get relegated. They had that 9-0 loss to Leicester. But, like, I think 16th is, like, a fair one. It's a little bit off. They're doing a bit better than I thought. But, you know, they started really badly. So, I think they'll finish the season. I don't think they'll get relegated, but I think they'll probably finish between 16th and 13th. I'm a little off with that, but I'm not super off. In 15th, I put Aston Villa, who were in 18th. Out of all the teams that went up, I thought Aston Villa would do the best because, you know, they spent the most money. You know, they've got, like, a lot of people behind them. I don't think they go down. They could possibly go down. They have Jack Grealish, has been excellent. McGinn is another good player. But 18th, you know, like, I thought they would just stay up. Like, I was confident they were going to stay up, but I didn't think they would be in much of a fight. I thought, you know, they'd stay up, but I didn't think they'd be, like, in much of a relegation battle. I didn't think at this end of the season they'd be having to buy players because they don't want to get relegated. And 14th, I put Burnley, which is spot on right now. Burnley is sitting in 14th. Burnley's one of those teams you just kind of know are going to finish between 16th and 12th. And I just went for 14th, and that's right at the moment. So hopefully it stays that way, so I got one right. 13th, I went with Crystal Palace, and their team that's really surprising me. Crystal Palace is sitting in 9th place, which is pretty mad. Like, they're above Arsenal, aren't they? Yeah, they're literally above Arsenal. It's just I got the league table on my thing. So yeah, they're doing better than I thought, you know. I was worried about where the goals would come from them, but I seem to step up. They're doing alright. In 12th, I put Watford. Now, Watford started the season awfully, but they have been on a bounce, you know. So fair play to Watford. I mean, they're 17th, but with the way they're going, they could finish in 12th. They really started badly, but I still had faith in them to do quite well, because I was like, oh, they came 7th last season. They were in a FA Cup final. And then they started this season so badly, but Nigel Pearson, I think, will keep them up. Because we thought there was no chance of them being up like 2 months ago, but I think they'll stay up. So that is Watford. 11th, I put Bournemouth. Well, they're in 19th. I was really off. Bit disappointed with Bournemouth this season. You know, Eddie Howe's a good manager, I think, but, you know, they're just not getting many goals, so I can't really say much. 10th, I went for Wolves. Wolves are sitting in 6th. I didn't think Wolves would do as well as last season, but they seem to be proving me wrong. They could get top 6. They look like they're pushing in top 6. They've looked really good. Traore, Jimenez have looked brilliant. Neves has looked good. Fair play to Wolves. You know, they did better than I think. I thought, like, this season won't be as good as last season, but, you know, consistency. 9th, I went for Everton, who are in 11th. You know, Everton let me down at the start of the season, but with Ancelotti in charge, I think they could finish in 9th like I predicted. It's you know, it's starting to change. 8th, West Ham. Oh my god, I had this good theme at West Ham. I was like, oh, I think they're going to come 8th. I think they're going to do well. They're 16th. I mean, Moisey could maybe get them to top 12. I can't see them coming 8th. I was definitely wrong with that one. 7th, Leicester. Okay, I thought Leicester would do the best out of all the clubs out of the top 6, and I was right. I mean, they're sitting in 3rd. I said, oh, I think they could push Chelsea for top 6, but I didn't think they could push top 4. They've really surprised me. Leicester doing a lot better than I thought. Like, I knew they were the best team out of the top, like, 6 when I did the score on paper, but I didn't think they were pushing. I thought, like, because I always thought, like, Chelsea would drop out of the transfer ban, and maybe Leicester could push in. That's what I said in my video. But Leicester, they're surprising me. They're doing pretty well. And in 6th, I put Chelsea. You know, Chelsea were the team I thought to do the worst out of the current top 6. And they're sitting in 4th. Lampard, I think, has done a really good job. Obviously, it's a bit of a drop-off in form. But, you know, he lost Eden Hazard. He had a transfer ban. He's sitting in 4th with that team. I think he's doing a good job. So I was wrong with Chelsea. In 5th, I put Arsenal. Again, I was bloody wrong with that because Arsenal was sitting in 10th. I mean, they could get back to 5th with Arteta, but they started awfully. Like, I think they're like 10 points behind United in 5th or something like that. So, you know, it's not been a good season so far for Arsenal. In 4th, I put Man United. Now, I thought Man United could get 4th, but I don't think they will now because Rashford's out pretty much for the rest of the season. Pogba's been out for pretty much the whole season. They had Martial out for 3 months. They got McTominay out for 3 months. Like, their best 4 outfield players have been in injuries that have lasted over 2 months. So I can't see them getting top 4 unless they buy someone in January. I feel like Man United could finish 6th or 7th this season, which is really annoying. But they haven't signed anyone in January. The injuries they've had are just awful. Rashford's been amazing. He's been on fire. He's their top scorer and he's out pretty much the rest of the season. So I'm not sure they'll finish 4th unless, you know, they get on a really good bounce like Ollie's done before or they buy someone. In 3rd, I put Liverpool. I don't know why. I just thought, oh no, Liverpool won't do as well this season. You know, they haven't really brought many players. I think they'll get like an injury this Salah. You know, with VAR coming in, it might rule out some of their jammy goals. Because they did get a few jammy goals last season. So I thought like Liverpool would go 3rd. So I was very wrong with that. And in 2nd, I put Spurs again, which I was very wrong with. I thought Spurs would do better than Liverpool. I was just like, oh, you know, they're in the Champions League final. They've got Spurs. They've got a few midfielders. I was, you know, they've been a bit unlucky with injury, and we don't really know what's happening with Spurs. But I thought they would have a good season. I thought they'd come 2nd. And in 1st, I put Man City. I think most people thought Man City would come 1st, but like, they're 2nd and they're quite far behind in 2nd. It could almost be like a 3rd or a 4th. I thought they would dominate the league, but Man City have just been a shadow of themselves and they've strengthened. They spent like 100 million more than Liverpool, and just look how far behind they are. I was really surprised by Man City. They haven't been good enough this season, you know. Obviously by their standards, at least. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're my Premier League predictions. As you can see, I was quite off with a few of them. Some of them were good, some of them were spot on. But yeah, that's my Premier League predictions. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, share. And at the end of the season, I'll do another reacting to my Premier League predictions.